see that? The whole family in the car. What's good, guys? Welcome to today's episode. Now, you might recall that my dad owns a KTM SUPERDOUCHE 2014, if I remember right. And obviously you guys have seen me ride it a few times on the channel. And to tell you the truth, I was slightly disappointed in the outright performance of the bike. I mean, it's a very powerful bike, obviously, but it's a little bit more chilled than it is crazy, and I wanted it to definitely be a little bit more crazy. And we may be addressing that in today's episode, yeah. So my dad has ordered the Rottweiler airbox and emissions kit. I don't know all the details, but we're heading over to his house now. Just driving in the car, and yeah, we're gonna see how much more performance you can get out of the SUPERDOUCHE. I think my dad was claiming some pretty high numbers out of this kit. So he's also put the exhaust in it, like you guys would have seen the Austin Racing exhaust in one of the last episodes. So we're gonna see the difference with the exhaust and all of the emission stuff off, and then I think it's a new airbox too, so it's like this whole performance kit. Should be interesting. Hopefully it makes the bike crazy. And yeah, we're gonna go to his house now, and we're planning to fit the whole kit. It's probably gonna be like a multi-stage episode, because I doubt we're gonna be able to just go there and fit it with no issues at all. But yeah, let's check out this bike and see how much performance we can get out of the SUPERDOUCHE 1290. Oh. Innit?
I literally, as you can see the bubbles here, look, see, and there's some bubbles on this side as well, so I mean, it needs a bit of paint. This is the whole new. Yeah, that's the whole new. Yeah, see the original airbox.
Mad.
The original airbox only comes in here.
And it's just plastic, isn't it? The whole thing's
on
plastic
there, the original. This is the whole filter. I got both velocity stacks.
And then the block off plates.
And to take the O2 sensors out of the exhaust.
Ah, yeah, okay.
Box.
Just reminds me of what's on motocross bikes, you know, with all the foam.
Yeah, but you've got to cover this in oil.
Yeah, that's what you got to do on motocross bikes.
Yeah, a little bit of oil,
you have to have oil to
stop the dust or something.
Yeah. Right, well, we're going to take the tank off and start fitting this stuff.
Bike's changed. You don't drop anything down here now?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man.
Like when you see how closed off it is versus the foam design, the increase in airflow is going to be crazy. You can just see like how closed off the original one is. SAS.
Yeah, SAS.
British Special Forces, SAS. I think it's like that, there, look. Yeah, look. Fits in perfectly. Well, once I push it. So that little plug That little plug just blocks off the connection to trick the ECU. We're making good progress, unlike every R3 build episode ever. If you're not familiar with the R3 race build series, click above and check it out. Taken both of the O2 sensors out, but we have no dongle for the plug that it used to go into. Hopefully there's not all kinds of error codes.
What screws did we use?
Original and aftermarket. Different height, more air, I guess. Cool, yeah? You see it? Make sure I'm super close in case it blows. So I don't know if you guys could actually tell, but it sounds way smoother with this Rottweiler airbox, the new airbox with the velocity stacks and all of the emission stuff taken off. It sounds less peaky and abrupt. It sounds smoother. It definitely sounds smoother. Dad, you reckon it sounds smoother?
It's got a new set of lungs.
New set of lungs. Diagnosis. DNA KTM diagnosis. I don't even know what I'm saying right now. Yeah, old lungs and new lungs. It's like it's actually motocross-esque in its filter design. I think it looks a lot better. Can I end up having to test it as well, don't you know? All right. Time to test the beast. So much louder than it was. Not because of what we've done today, but because of the exhaust. My first time riding a bike and whoa! Well, I gotta say, you can feel it. Yeah, raw. There's a big difference, you know. You know, it feels like less engine braking almost. Yeah, it's just smooth. It's not actually that loud. Like it feels so loud when you turn it on at first, but it's not actually crazy loud. I'm quite surprised. But it's loud enough to avoid people pulling out on you. It feels smooth, like there's a totally different characteristic to the almost the off-throttle connection. Quite weird. That's what it feels like. Yeah, it feels more free revving. Yeah, that's what it is. It feels more free revving. Definitely feels more free revving. Just riding this for like 2 minutes after trying these upgrades, and you're just remembering how this bike is just, you're always going faster than you realize. It's deceptively fast. This bike has always kind of been funny to me because it has a bipolar nature. Like, it's really chill, man. Like, you jump on it, you're kind of giving it little bits of throttle and you're thinking the wheel might loft. It doesn't. It's pretty freaking docile. It is pretty freaking docile, but obviously it's the beast as well, isn't it? Well, it's been a little test of the SUPERDOUCHE 1290R, guys. Maybe I'll get it for a proper ride and actually do some dank wheelies at some point. But it definitely feels different after the modifications. Yeah, I was thinking that. I was thinking it sounded different. Yeah. I feel like it almost feels like an engine braking thing. It doesn't... It's like freer revving. That's kind of what I said in the video. I haven't rode it for a while. It's still not just like a little bit and like, whoa, like it's still not like that. I still feel like it should be like that. But obviously, like when I'm going like that and I'm like, and then I'm like, all of a sudden there's a car and I'm like, yeah, I'm going a lot faster than I realise. Do you know what I mean? It's always had that. But I still feel like it's just going to be like a little half snap of the throttle and then whoa, but it's still not doing it. I reckon, I genuinely think it needs like an ECU dyno tune. If you get the whole thing tuned, I'm telling you, you go like it's going to be fucking lofting like a bitch. I'm telling you, it's going to be. But it definitely feels free revving though. It feels open. You can, like you said, when I was off the clutch a little bit on a roundabout, you can tell.
What's good, outro fam? How are you guys doing today? So, the SUPERDOUCHE's a great bike and I really did enjoy riding it, but you know what it's like? It's kind of like Jack and the Beanstalk, yeah? Or Jack and the Giant. Nah, Jack and the Beanstalk. He puts the bean in the ground, the bean is chill. It's not that fast. It's not that big. Goes away, comes back, it's grown into the heavens. Because when you twist that throttle on the KTM SUPERDOUCHE, that shit grows into the clouds, it goes mad, and the front tire lifts. That's basically what happens with the SUPERDOUCHE. But I have to say, I want the SUPERDOUCHE to be a little bit crazier. And we're going to address that with the ECU dyno flash. ECU flash dyno. Should be fun. Stay tuned, click that notification bell and, you know, click something, I don't know, maybe like, do what you want, I'm not telling you, a little bit of advice. And yeah, I'll see you in the next episode. Motorman out.